So let's talk about importing, opening, and saving files in Leonardo Design Studio. For those of you who don't know, Leonardo Design Studio is the software that we use for operating our Caesar cutting machines, Juliet and Romeo. So first of all, let's look at importing a PNG into Leonardo Design Studio. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to File, we're going to say Import, and then we're simply going to scroll through until we find the PNG that we want to upload. So we'll do this one here, the love. So when it opens up in Leonardo Design Studio, it's going to be taken straight into the auto trace feature within this software. So it's going to give us two options because it is a PNG file. So a PNG file is a picture file. It's a flattened file. And so therefore, Leonardo Design Studio recognizes that we may want to print and cut it. But we can turn off the print and cut feature at the other end. So let's just take it through as a print and cut. We can adjust the resolution if we would like to print it. We can actually change the resolution down there. And let's go through into next. Now here we have the option to change our mask tolerance. We can also remove and include different features in the masking tools. So if we wanted to remove, let's say, the red, as it suggests, it's going to remove all the red, which was pretty much all that was in there. We can also do the same thing with our drawing tools. So if we wanted to adjust this somehow, we could actually use any of these features, maybe like the rectangle. You could draw a rectangle and it will actually remove what is in that section. So let's just take it through as it is into the next. So at this point here, the program is actually tracing the image that we've brought in and it's converting it to a vector file, which is what we need for cutting. And once it's completed, you can see all those blue areas that are here. They are the cut lines. So we can actually minimize and maximize that if we want to. We can also include holes or not include holes. So you can see that I've actually turned off the cut line in the middle of the O, or I can put it back on again. At this point, I can change the contour offset, so I can make it bigger if I would like to. I can clip any artwork that I have taken out, so anything earlier that I removed, I can clip it so it doesn't even print it. And I can actually include a contour bleed as well. Let's just go over into finished, and you can see because of the registration marks that you can see here, it has imported it as a print and cut file. Now it's very easy for me to convert that back to just being a cut file. If I come over here to my artboard cutting mat and I expand the drop down, and you can see down here there's a little box and it says print and cut job, all I have to do is toggle that off. And now that has reverted to a cut file. So I can make my adjustments in size, and then I can come over to send design, and there it is, ready to cut out of whichever material that I have chosen to cut it out of. Right, so that was pretty easy. We brought in a PNG file. So So perhaps we'll bring in an SVG. So here's an SVG here. This is what it would look like on your desktop. I'm simply going to go open. And then you can see now that Leonardo Design Studio has given me more options. So it has detected that there is color in here, so I can bring it in as a print and cut. However, because it is an SVG file, which is commonly known within the cutting world as a cut file, it has given me the option to just cut it. So I'm going to select cut only and then go through to next. Now you can see it's detected 3 different colors in there. Now I can reduce those colors if I so wish, and it will simply make the adjustments for me. And here is my SVG here. Now what I do love about Leonardo Design Studio is that it will separate all these different colors into separate mats within the send file. So if I go through to send design, okay, so now I'm in my send file and you can see there is the green, and then we have the purple and the red. So they're all on separate screens. So very easy for me to select, load the green material into my machine, and then proceed to cut. Now, obviously, this was designed to be a heat transfer vinyl file. So how do we mirror this for heat transfer vinyl? Because as you well know, heat transfer vinyl, we cut from the back, the way shiny side down, and we cut from the back. So we do need to mirror it. There's a couple of different ways that we can do it in Leonardo Design Studio. We can simply select our image and come up to arrange and then say mirror. Or a better way to do it, which I actually prefer, is if I go through to my send screen, and you can see down here, I have the options to mirror. I can also put in a weeding box. Now, if I wanted to separate each of those and actually have a weeding box around each individual item, if I simply hit X, then I will get another weeding box simply around that item. Now, please do remember that when you go to move things, okay, so that second weeding box that I did, it's not attached to that. You would need to select both of them and then group them for them to stay together. And that just makes it nice and easy. I find it much easier to do it in the send screen. Okay, so we've talked about opening your PNG files and we've talked about opening your SVG files and the different way it will look when it comes into your auto trace. So now let's look at saving a file. So if we want to save this particular file, we would simply go to File, and we would go Save As. We would name our file. Now, if you're using the basic edition of Leonardo Design Studio, you can only save it as an LDS file. So we're simply going to go Save, and then we'll close this one down. And then to open an LDS file, we simply go File, Open, and there is our file there. All right, so that is how easy it is to import, open, and save files within Leonardo Design Studio. Now it's your turn. Why don't you go and have a play? We'd love you to support our channel by liking this video, sharing it with all your friends, and also subscribe to us so you don't miss out on anything new that we put out.